we'll figure it out. Also, the positioning on the lights was way off for these guys. These guys should probably be now like move them out a little bit so that it's more like -10, -12 maybe. Change that to 10 now since we liked where they were at. And we changed that by 5, so we changed that by 5. And the Y position on these are a little bit off now. The Y position minus the offset plus the height. It was basically right in the center. They're a little bit too low now, so we need to subtract. Actually, the sprite Y offset would probably be about where I don't need to add the argument height in here now. The Y position. Minus the Y offset. Plus the height. Actually, that's probably about right. Because the Y offset is going to equal a little bit less than what the sprite height is, because the Y offset is based on the point of origin. So Y position is at the point of origin. We subtract here and then add to there. That might look alright if it gets on the screen correctly, but let's just go -2 or 3. Let's just go -3. Pull them up just a little bit. So we're waiting for the compiler. So still waiting for the compiler. Here we go.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk.
Much better on the cars, like almost nearly perfect. Pretty good on the trucks altogether. Ooh, the van's lights are way low. All the other car lights are pretty much right underneath the cars, so I think I sent that the wrong way. Let's get out of here. End step and take this guy to, let's just leave him alone. I don't know where that left this. but we'll see in a minute. And the van lights are way too low. Okay. And Porsche Red. Got a problem with the base vehicle init script, or it's probably in the controllers, gen helper, and we need to add the red Porsche to here. Yeah, much better. Let's try that again.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
Okay, where are those lights for the truck? They're in like a perfect position. The car lights look good. Like, man, everything's looking really good right now. I want Skycurser to basically lean to be able to touch that concrete barrier. I'd like to see how far down these trucks can actually go. Ooh, that army truck is a little bit too high. I think I need to pull the trucks down just a little bit further. Pull them down like 4 pixels. I like where that army truck is. Definitely make these guys have more hit points. Let me see what the setup is on base vehicle init. Hit points is 15. Of course, let's just blow this out a little bit for that obstacle. Oh, get out of here. Go. HP equals 50. Good enough. Alright, what else? Yeah, Skycurser, Y position, his boundary basically. Let's see if that's in Skycurser step event. See if he's here. I think it's got to be. Room level 2, room height minus 40. Let's go room height minus 30. See if that's any better. Okay, I think we're good for now on this part of the script. I think we've got it looking really sharp. Guy passes. Oh, one thing I did want to add is, or update, is the position of where the trucks can come in, and that would be right here. So let's just add like 5 pixels to this. That should be good. All right. Okay, guy flies over army vehicles entering the city in inbound lanes. Oops. None. Should be none. Oh man. Change it to black. Good enough. Leave that alone. Get the highlight. Try this guy. Same color? Yep. On 1 second after flying over the army vehicles, guy flies over emergency vehicles entering the city. So it sounds to me like the army vehicles, I know Chris isn't here to answer this, but it sounds to me like the emergency vehicles, basically the ambulances are in front of the army vehicles. Guy passes the very front pixel of the emergency vehicles in the inbound lane. Helicopters appear and Guy flies past them. Guy is moving much faster than them, however they are faster than the ground-based vehicles on the street and therefore appear to leave the screen more slowly. The helicopter sprite should be flipped to give the impression that it is traveling the same direction as the player. Okay. Did I see Fallout 4? No, I haven't seen it yet. Do you have it? All right. So let's just say we see army trucks for probably like 5 seconds, or maybe even 3 to 5 seconds, and then we see several emergency vehicles. Debating on that one. Debating. Okay, let's go look at that obstacles controller again. Trailer. No, I haven't seen the trailer yet, man. Gotta check it. You a Fallout fan? Why Non-Mei? I'm trying to determine how to say your name. Non-Mei? Non-Mei? Okay. Let's go to the controller, obstacles, step. I think we go from here. So we have car timer, room speed times 2. What we can do is say between 2 and 5, and then after 5, greater than or equal to 5, and you know, stops at like 7 or 8 seconds. And they will be literally almost all the exact same as this one. So I think what we can do no name. Why no name? Why? Plus, what am I doing? Working on Skycurser, man. Watch it right now. Watch Fallout 4 right now. Sure, I'll take you up on that. Fallout 4. YouTube.com. Well, I don't know if I can find it on YouTube or not. We'll check first. Fallout 4.
Peggy 18.
So just before I start this, we're watching CNET. We're watching the Fallout 4 official trailer. This is the CNET YouTube channel. And just briefly watching the trailer for the official trailer for Fallout 4. Radiation King.
But the cry.
With the world poised on the brink of war, Vault-Tec is reporting a record number.
That's tight.
Folks, it seems we've got some breaking news. Stand by.
It's all over. No, I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you.
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations. Stand by. We do have coming in confirmed reports of nuclear detonation. My God. Our soldiers were right. War never changes.
So, of course, I don't want to get, dinged for copyright infringement on YouTube. So, just showing you that I'm watching it for a minute. Oh, dang.
Let's go, pal.
Sweet. Looks really good. Now, if you can make a game like that, I'll give you $1 million. Well, I'm guessing you probably don't have $1 million. But if you did have $1 million, I could make a game like that. Alright. So, I think what I'll do is, if it's 4, and we'll say for this guy, oops, ampersand car timer greater than, let's say less than or equal to, less than or equal to 5. This should be pretty good actually. 4 there, and change this guy to object ambulance. See if we got that. Yep, got it. And change this to car timer less than or equal to room speed times 7. Just see what that looks like. Play. Oh man, you can't actually see my code? What the heck? Game Maker, OBS, WTF.
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go.
So looks like I've got several problems here. Abort. Well, let's look at the depth engine real quick because I'm tired of seeing that bug. Background 1. It's gonna way further back than, or way street and concrete barrier. Concrete barrier 110. Just gotta follow. Thank you, no name. Holy shit, you did all that art, or did someone help you with that? So there's 3 of us working on the project. I'm the developer. One of our guys is the art director. He's the art guy, and he also does the sound. And the other guy does a ton of our marketing and does the hardware. And of course, we're building this game. Its debut is going to be in arcades, so it's going to be an arcade cabinet. But yeah, that's what we're doing, man. This is going to be better if I change it to .object index, and yeah, you can read more about us in the description area below the video player here in the channel, and we have a section called Team, and that's where we talk about each one of us. I've got VAR buildings, but this is supposed to be FAR buildings, lamp post. So this background 1, I don't like where it's sitting at. I think it needs to be much. Concrete barrier says 110. So something's happening where my base vehicle is dropping below 110. I don't want to put it much lower than that, honestly. why don't we just say if the depth that we set is less than 110, we set it to, or less than or equal to 110, we set it to 111. So that's what we'll do for the generate. If vehicle.depth is less than or equal to 110, then vehicle.depth equals 111. This will keep it below the concrete barrier. And what else here? What else? Yeah, the lights got out of whack for the end step event right here for the van. I tried to pull those up. That didn't seem to work. Y minus the sprite offset plus the sprite height minus 3. And it's like they got to be up way higher than that. I'm going to try something ridiculous and go minus 10. See if that will work. Are you making a living out of this, or do you have a full-time job? I wish I was making a living out of it. No, I am not making a living out of it yet. Do this in my free time. It takes up a lot of my free time. Me and the 3 guys working on this have been working on this since February of last year. That's 2014. And we think it'll be finished by February 2016.
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
So, of course, Game Maker is bugging out on me. I didn't fix this obstacle step. I gotta fix that bug real quick. Timer. There you go. Alright, I'm going to see if resetting Game Maker speeds it up, because it seems to be running really slow right now. So we can check. It might just simply be the fact that I'm streaming at the same time, but it really shouldn't be slowing down as much as it is, so I'm going to try to reset it. That should do it if it's going to. I really am trying to look at the emergency vehicles, specifically the ambulances. I guess the other thing that I didn't include in these emergency vehicles were the police cars, so I got to include that too. Come on, Game Maker, start back up for me. Where are you at? There you are. Cool. Alright. Now, let's try playing that again. I fixed the bug. I want to see the emergency vehicles. I guess there is one more vehicle that I need to pull in here, which is object car police, and I'll do that. Controllers, obstacles, that would be here. Var chosen vehicle equals choose between object ambulance and object car police. Change this guy to this guy. Done with that. Now it'll be a random selection between those two. So I'm going to recompile here because I just made that change. What language are we working with? We're working with GameMaker language. So this is GameMaker Professional. And of course, you know, the second I mention GameMaker, everybody likes to mention Unity and Unreal Engine. But this is what we started working with when we first started building this. This is our first game that we've ever built. And so we've just decided to, you know, see how far we could take it.
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk.
Yeah, it's running a little bit smoother.
Go.
Each of these has 50. I don't have an explosion sound yet. Ah, look at these emergency vehicles. Ridiculous. Look at this. So dumb. Okay, need to fix that. They're all crowded together. That was kind of funny. Alright, same thing here. We'll go case, object, ambulance, case, object, car, police. So that should do that. And let's see. Yeah, that should be really good for that. Okay. I don't think there's anything else that I have on that. Yeah, let's take a look.
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go.
Yeah, it's still a little bit. I don't know what's going on. It's like the gameplay is not as good as I would like it to be. Ah, look at the ambulance. Got the lights in behind. Police cars. Everything's good behind the barrier. That's tight. I guess that was going to be it. I guess it hardly threw any guys out. Maybe I'll make it every half a second, because that was pretty much it right there. But that's about what we want to do. The other thing that we might do is cut off these cars, and of course the ambulance. I mean the white van there, its lights are way out of control. Ah, so freaking annoying. Let's go. Base vehicle. Where are we? Wrong again. I did -10 there. Y extra should be registering correctly. Let's try 10. I don't know. I mean, I don't think 10 should correct this, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, the Porsche that goes flying across the screen, I want it to be further down, not up as high as it is. So, controllers, obstacles. No Name, are you working on any games right now? Step. Yes, here we go. This guy's coming in at Going for the Y position, the speed. Why are these in the direction? Yep. So the Y position could be like 185. Yep, that'll be good. And then got to add the other vehicles to the object get group helper. So those guys are here. We're talking about the obstacles for level 2. And where we at? Army truck there. And object ambulance, object car police. I wish. Suck at programming. I only program websites. Games are like beyond hard for me. Cool, man. So you're a software engineer or web developer? Alright, got that. What else was acting weird there? Oh yeah, I wanted to make these occur every half second. Controllers. Gen helper. Instead of doing modulus 60, do room speed divided by 2. Web dev tight. Yeah, so am I. I'm a software engineer. So I do web software. And game dev is just what I do in the evening. So
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
ooh, got the wrong. Okay, that's fine. They're there. That's good. All right. Last but not least, let's go to the weapons. DS weapon map generate. Drop these guys down here as well. I mean, honestly, we should just be able to do object-based vehicle. That would be best. But drop these here. Object ambulance and object car police should take care of that. So I think we're in good shape there. I think the next thing that we're gonna do, I think literally we've got what we need right here. This guy passes the very front pixel of the emergency vehicle. In the inbound lane, helicopters appear and Guy flies past them. Guy is moving much faster than them. However, they are faster than the ground-based vehicles on the street and therefore appear to leave the screen more slowly. Helicopter sprite should be flipped to give the impression that it's traveling the same direction as the player. Approximately 3 seconds should pass of cars leaving the city before enemies appear. So something I could do here would be pretty cool. Maybe have like 12 emergency helicopters flying toward the city. Let's see, yeah. Like 12 of them flying toward the city in different locations. And Guy flies basically like kind of between them. So I think I'll save this for another day. This will be part 2. This will be the very first thing I do at the beginning of the next session, because I think I'm in a really good spot right here. And I think what I'll do is just figure out how to trigger, and it shouldn't be too hard, just figure out how to trigger this next intro for to occur as soon as Guy, like it says right here, passes the very last emergency vehicle. So that should be really good. And let's see what happens if he destroys the last vehicle. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe it'll just be time based. So after a certain amount of time has passed, I'll bring in the helicopters. Okay, I think we're in good shape. So guys, if you join me today, thanks so much for joining me. This is Skycurser Daily number 45. Gonna leave you with our intro outro video, but first let's just recap what we covered today. Specifically, we covered what happens past the red Porsche. We made sure the vehicles in the outbound lane were correct. We also added the army truck objects to the inbound lane of the city, and we also added the police and ambulance vehicles in front of the army trucks. When we start our next stream, we're basically and we handled all collisions, everything that should occur with those. We made sure that they don't occur too frequently, the army trucks and the ambulances and the police cars. And we also handled what happens if they get destroyed. So I'm reading chat real quick while I'm recapping. You should add an Easter egg at the beginning of the level. First level, have a special looking car that'll fly by the screen fast, and if you can destroy it on time, you have Tom Cruise say, I feel the need for speed. Danger Zone song comes on, and leaving already. So yeah, man, I've been programming since about 9 o'clock Eastern time, and it's about 12:42, so I've been programming for about 3.5 hours. So actually probably closer to 9:30, but a little bit over 3 hours I think so far. So but I'm on almost every night, if not every night, every other night generally. I have to balance it out with home and family. So but yeah, thanks again for the follow, No Name, and if you're joining me via YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and really appreciate the support, guys. And I guess that leaves us with the intro outro video. I'll talk to you guys next time.